Welcome to Judge Bench. In today's video, we bring you the top 3 unforgettable cases where Judge Vonda delivered powerful decisions that completely destroyed the parents' arguments in court. These moments not only reveal the sharpness of her judgment, but also highlight the consequences of dishonesty and irresponsibility in family disputes. If you enjoy real courtroom drama and want to witness justice being served with authority, then you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe for more incredible cases.
Okay, Mr. Carrera,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes. So I brought this case before you because I'm currently paying for extracurricular activities for our daughter.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more money than I thought it was going to be. So I would like my wife, Sheila, to reimburse me for it.
Okay. So you guys are separated?
Yes.
Okay. What type of extracurricular activities is the child involved?
So our daughter is very big into sports.
Okay.
So she plays soccer, and it's just like the cost of cleats, the cost of like gloves, because she plays goalie.
All rise. The courtroom is now in session for the case of Carrera versus Carrera. Mr. Carrera steps forward, explaining that he's been covering the costs of their daughter's extracurricular activities. From cleats to goalie gloves, the expenses are piling up. He requests that his estranged wife reimburse him for part of the costs, since they're higher than he anticipated. The judge listens carefully, noting their separation and asking about the child's sports commitments. But before we dive deeper into the case, don't forget to subscribe to Judge Bench for more courtroom stories like this one.
It's just a lot of upkeep for me, and she makes more money than I do, so I kind of want help with it.
Okay. I see here, ma'am, from the tax returns that you make about $100,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Child support was not previously ordered.
Yes.
Okay. So are you guys in agreement to do that? Or you don't want to pay child support? What's going on?
I don't think it's necessary. We split her 50-50. She's at my house just as much.
As the discussion unfolds, Mr. Carrera reveals that his wife earns more than him, which is why he believes she should share the financial burden. The judge examines tax returns, pointing out that Mrs. Carrera makes around $100,000 annually. Interestingly, child support had not been previously ordered, raising the question, should it be now? Mrs. Carrera insists child support isn't necessary, claiming they split custody equally. She argues that their daughter spends just as much time, if not more, at her home, making her financial contribution already fair. But the judge isn't entirely convinced.
She's with me just as much, if not more.
Your Honor, I would say that's probably an argument for her to pay me. If we're splitting 50-50, I shouldn't have to pay all of it.
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. So you kind of like told on yourself. So you ready to move forward with the numbers?
Sure.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get ready with the numbers. So it looks like you make, like I said, $100,000 a year. Do you work overtime, or is that regularly what you make?
No, I work overtime.
Mrs. Carrera pushes her stance further, stating that because custody is shared equally, perhaps her ex should pay her. However, this statement backfires. The judge quickly points out that she's told on herself. If the child truly spends equal or more time with her, then child support may indeed shift in Mr. Carrera's favor. The courtroom grows tense as the judge prepares to calculate official figures. The judge asks Mrs. Carrera if her $100,000 income includes overtime. Calmly, she explains that her position is salaried, confirming the numbers on record.
But
Okay, and does that include overtime?
yes, ma'am. It's a salaried position, so it's just straight out.
Okay, got it. All right, so at $100,000 a year, I have your gross at $10,000 a month. Before I continue, who pays health insurance?
We both do.
We both.
Okay, how much do you pay?
348 or 386. I believe.
386,
Yeah,
okay.
386.
And
And
I
how
pay
much?
200.
Okay, and you both plan on maintaining those health insurance policies?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
With the salary confirmed, the judge clarifies Mrs. Carrera earns a gross monthly income of $10,000. Next, attention turns to health insurance, an essential factor in calculating child support. Mrs. Carrera pays approximately $386 per month for their daughter's coverage. Both parents confirm they'll continue maintaining separate policies. The judge acknowledges this responsibility, but reminds them that carrying health insurance won't erase the child support obligation. It only reduces the calculation slightly. This careful breakdown ensures every factor is considered before the judge delivers a final financial ruling.
Okay, great. That way, nobody has to reimburse anybody for health insurance, but because you do carry health insurance and you're going to be ordered to pay child support, I can give you credit for the $386. Okay. So that brings your net down to $6,988.19, which, how many children? Just one?
Just one.
Okay, so 20% of that brings your child support obligation to $1,391.64.
After applying the insurance credit, Mrs. Carrera's adjusted monthly gross is $6,988.19. The judge then applies the standard guideline of 20% for one child. The result, a child support obligation of $1,391.64 per month. This amount is designed to cover both regular and extracurricular needs, ensuring stability for the child's upbringing. The judge explains this figure firmly, making it clear that the law follows straightforward guidelines based on income. While Mr. Carrera listens intently, Mrs. Carrera shows signs of frustration as the outcome begins to sink in.
That should cover any expenses and anything like that because the child is heavily involved, sounds like, in extracurricular activities, excuse me. Are there any other questions?
Nope.
You don't look happy about this. What's going on?
I just think that it's a bit of an exorbitant amount, but we discussed it in the beginning when the split happened. He agreed, and
agreed to what amount?
None.
Oh, you're saying child support, but you do understand that as the child gets older and heavily involved in different activities. I wasn't done.
Mrs. Carrera expresses displeasure, calling the amount exorbitant. She argues that during their separation, Mr. Carrera had agreed to handle certain expenses without support. The judge, however, interrupts her. She explains that as children grow older and become more involved in activities, expenses naturally rise. The law anticipates this progression, which is exactly why child support is calculated the way it is. The judge emphasizes that this isn't about past agreements. It's about ensuring the child's well-being under current circumstances. Mrs. Carrera, however, still seems unsettled by the ruling.
And involved heavily in different activities, you understand that expenses increase.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and the amount of child support is based on how much money you make. Mm-hmm. Child support is based on a simple calculation. So you make $100,000 a year, that's what your child support is. I mean, if you want it to be lower, you chose the profession.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The judge concludes with a strong reminder. Child support isn't about fairness between parents, it's about the child's needs. Since Mrs. Carrera earns $100,000 annually, the calculation is simple and the figure stands. If she wishes for the number to be lower, the judge suggests that comes with choosing a different profession, not by shifting responsibilities. With no further objections, the judge dismisses the case, making the order final. Here's this case ends. Let's move towards the next case.
Mrs. White, what brings you here today?
Well, Judge Vonda, nice to see you again. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. And it's interesting to see you sitting on this side.
Yes, well.
With Mr. White?
Yes, Damien is here today. He's finally back from building that bridge.
Right, but it's interesting that you're here making a request because the last time you were here, his ex-wife was making a request for child support, and you gave her such a hard time.
Well, back then I was so blinded by love and a bunch of other things.
All rise. Judge Vonda is now in session, and the courtroom is immediately filled with tension. The case in question is between Mr. and Mrs. White. Mrs. White begins by greeting the judge warmly, noting how interesting it is to see her husband finally present this time. She recalls how in the past, his ex-wife came to court asking for child support, a moment where she herself was harshly critical. But now tables have turned. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Judge Bench, for more compelling courtroom stories.
Isn't that ironic?
Dollar signs.
Yes, I believe that I have definitely learned my lesson and karma has definitely come around.
Okay, well, you said it. but continue. What brings you here?
So I would like to request child support for our 2 beautiful children.
Okay.
I cannot send them to school on my own. I don't want to pull them out. You know, they have their friends and they're doing so well, and I would hate to make them change schools.
Okay. And you said that you're paying tuition?
Yes.
Are you paying it, or is Mr. White paying it?
Well, when we were together, we were paying it.
As the proceedings continue, Mrs. White admits she has learned her lesson. Karma, she says, has truly caught up with her. She now requests child support for their 2 children, emphasizing the importance of keeping them in the same school with their friends. Her voice carries urgency. Pulling them out would disrupt their lives. The judge listens intently and asks if Mrs. White is currently paying tuition. She clarifies that while they once managed it together, she now struggles alone. The request signals a dramatic shift in responsibility between the 2 parents.
But, you know, now that I have to find a new job and to subsequent the money that I no longer have coming in, I need his help.
Okay. All right. And how much is tuition?
Tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Okay. Per year?
Yes.
Okay. This better be a pretty great school.
Yeah. It's connected to Yale and Harvard.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, how was the bridge? Because you definitely didn't show up for court the last time.
Mrs. White explains her struggles further. With her finances drained and a new job barely sustaining her, she insists she can't shoulder the costs alone. The judge asks about the tuition, and the answer surprises everyone: $5,000 per child each year. The judge raises an eyebrow, questioning the cost until Mrs. White proudly notes the school's prestigious ties to Yale and Harvard. Meanwhile, the spotlight shifts to Mr. White, who had previously missed court. The judge presses for an explanation, eager to uncover why he was absent from such a critical session.
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm guessing everything went well.
I'm a civil engineer, Your Honor, and I was in Italy for a conference, not the building of the Bridge of Gibraltar.
Oh, okay.
You must have lied to
Well,
me.
didn't know.
Apparently didn't know that there's a large step up from being housewife to employed.
Oh. I caught that. Continue.
So I'm currently paying the insurance for our children.
Okay. And how much is that?
$500?
$500.
Mr. White clarifies his absence, explaining that he is a civil engineer and had traveled to Italy for a professional conference. The earlier claims of bridge building were simply a misunderstanding. With that cleared up, he points out a key fact. He already covers their children's insurance at a cost of $500. This raises the judge's attention. Mr. White stresses that he works to provide, while Mrs. White does not. His tone grows sharp as he accuses her of only spending, painting a picture of an unfair financial burden he alone has carried.
Okay. And that's for both children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Continue.
Now, I don't understand exactly why my loving wife would think that in combination that we are paying for our children, considering I'm the only one that works. And quite frankly, she does not
Okay.
and only spends.
That's not
Okay.
true. That's not true.
Ma'am, he's speaking.
The court carefully examines the financial situation. The insurance payments Mr. White mentioned indeed cover both children. He presses further, questioning why his wife believes she contributes equally when in reality, he is the one earning and paying. Mrs. White, clearly frustrated, remains quiet as the judge allows Mr. White to continue uninterrupted. His claim highlights the imbalance in their marriage, making the court reconsider Mrs. White's plea. The situation grows more complex, and the judge prepares to review child support calculations, weighing both parents' obligations and their children's needs.
Okay. So, you guys are going through a divorce. She now is getting ready to work because she's not working yet, right?
From what I'm told, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. And this tuition, is it accurate what she said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. that's a pretty expensive school. But I mean, if, you know, it has its affiliations, I definitely understand. $500 for health insurance, and how many other children do you have?
Just the one other with my ex-wife.
Attention shifts back to the broader picture of their separation. The judge clarifies that they are going through a divorce and that Mrs. White is only just preparing to work again. Mr. White confirms the tuition. Costs are accurate and reminds the court of his ongoing responsibilities, particularly health insurance and another child from a previous relationship. The judge notes the expense is steep, but given the school's reputation, it makes sense. Now the critical calculation of child support begins, factoring in all expenses, credits, and existing responsibilities on both sides.
Okay. And then you all have two together. All right. And I do have your child support amount. Giving you credit for the health insurance as well as credit for your other children, your child support amount comes out to $1,391. Okay, now let me explain to you how that affects you. You're definitely going to have to get a job.
Oh, I do have a job.
Well, you're definitely going to have to continue working that job, because if you notice, his child support is only about close to $1,400.
The ruling takes shape as the judge finalizes the support order. Considering health insurance costs and Mr. White's obligations to another child, the child support amount is set at $1,391. The judge stresses this amount will not cover tuition fully, and Mrs. White must prepare to work consistently to meet the difference. The lesson is clear. Financial responsibility will not fall on one parent alone. Mrs. White listens carefully, acknowledging her obligation. The ruling balances fairness with practicality, ensuring the children's future is not disrupted.
You said tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Right.
So after he pays child support, he does not have to give you anything extra. You understand that?
Oh, I completely understand.
And you understand that you will be covering the difference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Is there anything further? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further?
Can I just let you know that I do have a legitimate job, okay? Like, I have my own hair care business. It's starting
I
up.
thought that was a question for me. Are you talking to him?
Well, I'm just letting both of you know that I do have a legitimate job.
Okay,
you
great.
know.
The court makes it crystal clear. Mr. White's support obligations stop at child support. With tuition at $5,000 per child, Mrs. White must cover the rest herself. She agrees, assuring the judge she understands and accepts the responsibility. Before closing, she emphasizes she does in fact have a legitimate business, proudly noting her growing hair care venture. The judge acknowledges it briefly, then prepares to wrap up. And with that, the ruling stands. Mr. White pays child support. Mrs. White covers the remainder. Here's the case ends. Let's move towards next case.
Okay, Mr. Green, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I don't have any of my paperwork with me, but basically I need to get child support. I don't have a job right now. Elle's working, but now that we're separated, I recently filed for divorce, so I can't support the kids when they're over at our place, and honestly, it'd be great if I could get a little bit of child support to take care of the kids.
So let me get this straight. You guys are married. You filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
And you're seeking child support from her?
Yes, that's correct, Your
Yes.
Judge.
Who does these children live with?
The kids live with me, Your Honor.
All rise. Court is now in session for the case of Green versus Green. A tense silence fills the room as Mr. Green steps forward, requesting child support from his wife. He claims he has no job, no paperwork, and no means to care for the children when they are with him. But something already feels unusual. The judge listens carefully, piecing together the story. If the children live primarily with Mrs. Green, why would Mr. Green be seeking financial support? Before we go deeper into this case, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Judge Bench, for more courtroom stories.
They're also at my place on the weekdays.
On weekends. They come see you on weekends, okay?
Weekends.
Okay, weekends. So you're a non-custodial parent.
No, Your Judge.
Excuse me?
I said, no, Your Judge.
No, you're a non-custodial parent, which means that she should receive the child support benefit, not you.
See, I'm honestly new to this whole thing. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work. I just know that, I'm currently, if I don't have a job right now, I can't take care of the kids when they come over. I mean, I can barely
Wait
afford.
a minute.
I'm barely
As the questioning continues, Mrs. Green clarifies the situation. The children live with her during the week, while Mr. Green only sees them on weekends. This revelation shifts the entire case. By law, the non-custodial parent, Mr. Green, should be the one paying child support, not the other way around. Yet he insists he didn't know how it works. His plea seems less about the children and more about his own struggles. The judge, unimpressed, firmly explains the basics of responsibility in such situations.
afford to keep myself in an apartment.
You have common sense though, right?
I'd like to think my mama gave me common sense. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then you should understand that if the children are living with her, and just because you're unemployed, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be paying her child support
But-
if the children live with her.
Yes.
Your judge, how am I supposed to pay? Like, how am I supposed to take care of the kids? If
You're
Get a
supposed
job.
to get a job. Exactly, get a job. Everyone has to work. Why do you think you're so special and that doesn't apply to you?
The courtroom grows tense. Mr. Green admits he can barely afford his own living expenses, but the judge presses forward. Common sense dictates that the parent with custody receives support. His unemployment doesn't exempt him from responsibility. The judge reminds him that getting a job is the answer, not seeking support from his wife. Mr. Green seems overwhelmed, asking how he's supposed to manage. The judge's tone sharpens, emphasizing that working and providing for children is not optional, it's a duty.
I can't really find a job in my career because
What kind of career do you do and make this good?
I'm a mechanic, but it's hard to do
Wait
what
a
I do.
minute. You cannot find a job as a mechanic?
Yes, your judge.
What type of mechanic are you?
I work on mechanical bulls. It's not very easy for me to get work because right now there's just not a lot of bulls needed in the wintertime. It just doesn't happen.
Okay,
So right now
but you can
I
find
had
something else, right?
That's what I keep telling him, but he's very picky about the job.
well, and I
Your
have
Honor.
to I have to explain to her all the time.
When asked about his career, Mr. Green offers an unusual response. He's a mechanic, but not of cars or trucks. He works on mechanical bulls. The courtroom stirs with disbelief. He insists his specialized trade makes it nearly impossible to find work during the winter. His wife interrupts, pointing out that he's simply too picky about jobs. The judge, however, sees through the excuse. Skills can transfer and work is out there. Supporting children must always come first, regardless of the job title.
That all mechanical items aren't the same, all right? Like, I can't just work on a car because I wasn't trained that way. I went to school. Like, I don't have the
Oh,
opportunity.
it's getting better. You went to school, so you have a skill set, right?
Yes, ma'am, I went.
So you can use it for something other than mechanical bulls,
Yes, like
correct?
supporting your kids.
Is that right? Is it yes or no? I don't need all the extra.
Yes, I went to school, but no,
Okay.
it doesn't apply.
You know what?
It doesn't.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
I'm
ma'am, I
not-
didn't. I just want to take care of my
Obviously you
kids,
did.
and
Well,
I
you-
can't
you
do
know
that
how
if I don't
you're
make
gonna
money.
take care of your kids? You're going to go get another job. And even if you don't get another job, what's going to happen today, you're going to be ordered to pay her child support.
Mr. Green argues again, saying his training doesn't apply outside of mechanical bulls. But the judge challenges him directly. If he has education and a skill set, he can find other opportunities. His resistance frustrates the bench, as his focus seems more on defending excuses than on taking responsibility. The judge makes it clear he will pay child support, job or no job. The law won't bend to his preferences, and the children's needs outweigh his reluctance.
And it looks like you just stopped working in July.
Yes, I did. I did quit in July right before I filed for divorce.
You quit in July right before you filed for divorce because you felt like you wouldn't have to pay child support. You really thought that she was going to pay it to you.
Maybe I'll throw
maybe-
myself on the mercy of the floor of the court here, honestly, because I thought that when you are separated from a loved one and you have kids, you're supposed to pay child support. That's what I was told. My daddy paid child support. I know how it works.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
obviously you
I thought she would pay because I mean, how much? If
Okay, well,
kids are gonna be with me, I can't.
I
Can't
think
feed 'em goldfish
that
I can't pay
Texas
for.
Workforce Commission.
The timeline of events only raises more suspicion. Mr. Green quit his job in July, right before filing for divorce. To the court, it appears calculated, as if he wanted to avoid paying support altogether. When confronted, he pleads confusion, claiming he believed his wife would be responsible for paying him instead. His explanation falls flat. The judge calls out the flawed logic and makes it clear. Walking away from work doesn't erase parental duties.
Correctly reported your numbers of what you made from January through July. So that's what we're going to base your child support off of. According to that, you made $45,600 within those months. How many children do you all have?
We have two children.
Okay, how old are these children?
They are 12 and 6.
12 and 6, okay. And who covers health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is it?
$167 a month.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I have from that $45,600, I have your gross at $3,800. Excuse me?
The court turns to financial records. Mr. Green had made over $45,000 in just the first half of the year. With 2 children to provide for, the judge calculates his obligations. Health insurance, covered by Mrs. Green, adds another factor. The math is laid out plainly, and the courtroom braces for the outcome. Mr. Green shifts nervously, as the numbers clearly point to his responsibility. This case is no longer about confusion, it's about accountability.
What's going on here? I'm making my ruling, and you are speaking to someone else that is not a party to this case. Who is that?
Just a friend trying to help me out.
Okay, well, obviously, sir, you going to come up here and help him pay child support?
Wait,
Okay, thanks.
You're
If
judging.
you're
Am I
not, I
paying
need
child
you-
support? I
I
can't
need you
afford.
to stay back
If I'm
here.
asking for child support, how can I pay it?
How? After you listen to me, and I'll tell you what the amount is. So your gross is $3,800, which brings your net to $3,112.11. Yes, grab a Snickers because you're going to be here a minute. Health insurance reimbursement to mom is $167.
As the ruling is being finalized, Mr. Green is caught whispering to someone in the courtroom. The judge immediately demands answers. It turns out to be a friend helping him out. The judge wastes no time, asking if this friend plans to help pay child support too. Mr. Green protests, insisting he cannot afford it. But the calculations stand. His gross income is reduced to a net figure, from which the support payments will be drawn. His excuses hold no weight.
So based on that, I have your total child support monthly obligation of $945.03. That's to be paid every month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand because I thought I came in here to receive money, ma'am.
Well, you thought wrong, and I just gave you my ruling. So any other questions?
I have no questions. I'm good with this.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, did you have something else?
He always has something else.
Okay.
if you know of anybody hiring, I would love a job.
Okay. Well, I think there's a bar that has a mechanical bull. You can go see if they need something done with the bull over there, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Finally, the judgment is delivered. Mr. Green is ordered to pay $945.03 in monthly child support with additional reimbursement for health insurance. Stunned, he admits he thought he came to court to receive money. But the reality is clear. He is the payer, not the payee. With the ruling complete, the judge dismisses the case. Mr. Green makes one last attempt, asking if anyone knows of jobs. The judge suggests a bar with a mechanical bull. The case ends with justice served. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more real courtroom stories here on Judge Bench.